Have you thought about foldable smartphones are fragile, gimmicky or just plain ugly? Well, I thought it was too until I got my hands on this, the Huawei Mate X6. So is it lightweight? Check. Is it reliable? Check. Is it powerful? Check. Because this foldable will make you question why non-foldables even exist. First up, let's talk about the design and build. Now the phone comes in three colors, Nebula Red, Nebula Grey, with a super cool nebula texture around that. And the one that I got is the classic black with the vegan finish. So yes, it does give you some premium vibes no matter which one you pick. Now Huawei calls the camera module the Space Age Orbit. And honestly, it looks like something that came out from a sci-fi movie. The four symmetrical sides looks very clean and aesthetically pleasing, and they even threw a rotating stand PU case inside of the box as well, which was great to know. Now it weighs only at about 239 grams, which is as light as a regular smartphone, plus it's only at 4.6 mm thin. Yeah, like seriously? It is so thin that if I leave it on my desk, I might accidentally try to slide it in my stack of papers. So yes, the overall design of this Mate X6 is very slim and lightweight, but still feels very solid in the hands. But foldable has a bad reputation of being fragile, therefore Huawei knew that and decided to pack some serious innovations to make them very reliable and long-lasting. It has some high-level innovative distributed architecture where every component is distributed properly in the phone, and that is how it's only 4.6 mm thin. But there is a carbon fiber inner screen plate to make sure that the inner screen is durable and tough. And there's an aviation-grade aluminum middle frame, which gives the smartphone a more drop-resistant frame. But the real game changer is the advanced multi-dimensional hinge. It is made with the 1900 MPa MIM steel to minimize the creases. So this hinge is so advanced that it could probably hold the weight of my bad life decisions. Then there's also the high thermal conductivity graphene for cooling, hence overheating is a thing of the past. And speaking of which, I'll be talking about the performance of this phone later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Then the outer screen has the second generation Kunlun glass, making it way more resistant to drops, and its whole thing is also IPX8 water resistant. So yes, it is basically the most durable foldable out there. Next, let's talk brains, because the Mate X6 is not only great for regular software capabilities, but there's some new AI features that makes this smarter than an average foldable. But wait till I show you the gesture controls, because there's even a virtual basketball game inside as well. But first, let's look at what makes this software smarter than your average foldable. Now first, there is the AI privacy, where imagine this. You're looking at your phone screen and then it shows your notifications, right? But the second it detects someone is behind you, boom, those messages get hidden. So creeps, be gone. Then there is the AI touch prevention, where if you had your phone go wild in your pocket because you forgot to lock the screen, well, not this one, because this locks itself automatically when it smartly detects that this is in your pocket. Then there's also the auto barcode scanning, and this is quite a lifesaver because it detects QR codes and opens the right app, like say Touch and Go app, instantly, so no more fumbling and finding your exact e-wallet apps anymore. Then there's also the very unique and convenient air gestures. For example, if your hands are oily or wet, just use your gesture for your hand to swipe to scroll through a document or grab to screenshot. Then as mentioned earlier, there's also some cool games on the phone too, like the Air Basketball or the AI Virtual Basketball 2, and the responsiveness was surprisingly very good. And yes, the force seems to be very strong with this one. Now speaking of gestures, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, do gesture your way to the thumbs up button. That would be very much appreciated, and a subscription would be lovely too, as we are on the way towards 200,000 subscribers. So thank you very much in advance. Next, let's talk about the display. For this case, the displays. Now when folded, it has a 6.5-inch OLED display with a massive 2500 nits of peak brightness, and since this is also an LTPO tech display, it goes from 1 to 120 Hz of refresh rate. But when unfolded, it is a 7.93-inch OLED screen with also the similar LTPO technology for the refresh rate as well. And because of how large this whole screen is, it makes this a multitasker's dream, and here's how you can take advantage of this huge screen. Now firstly, there is the live multitask, where you can run up to 3 apps at the same time. So imagine being on Google Meet, checking data on WPS Office and replying to WhatsApp all at the same time. Yep. And all of this happens without any app dying in the background. But of course, the common use for such a huge screen is also using split screen. So imagine having half the screen for booking a flight and the other half for booking a hotel, or one half for emails and the other half for spreadsheets. So yeah, this is really productivity on steroids. And finally, you can also opt for this whole large screen for regular apps like email, WhatsApp and documents. And once you start using apps in this unfolded mode, you won't want to go back to a regular smartphone after this, or even in this case, even in the foldable mode as well. Now let's get into the cameras, and the cameras on here are really to the next level. Now starting from the specs, first it comes with a 50 megapixel main camera with an adjustable aperture, which is the first foldable to have an adjustable aperture, going from f1.4 to f4.0, and it has the RYYB sensor with OIS. Then the telephoto lens is also a 48 megapixel RYYB sensor supporting 4 times of optical zoom and macro photography up to 5 centimeters. Then the ultrawide camera is a 40 megapixel camera, so quality is not compromised on each of the lenses on this phone. So the Ultra Chroma camera sensors give you unmatched color accuracy across all of the lenses, which is a total game changer for smartphone cameras with over 1.5 million channels. So you won't have any issues no matter which lenses that you use, where other smartphones tend to have some level of color shifts when you zoom in closer, especially for the digital zoom as well, and this does not. Then the telephoto macro lens is an absolute beast, where the macro shots looks insanely detailed, as you can see in this particular macro shot where I took very intricate details of the ant, and nailing focus is also effortless. Plus, there's also lots of other AI live photo features like the loop, long exposure and the cool AI photo feature, which is the moving feature or the multi-exposure, which gives you that sort of a shadow effect for your movement when taking photos. So yeah, this is something very unique which could get some extra likes and shares when you post these pictures on social media, right? And because it's a foldable, you can use the rear camera as a selfie camera too. And the quality is hands down the best selfie that you could ever take since it's using the rear cameras. So performance wise, firstly it's using the Kirin 9020 chipset, and this handles everything that you can throw at it like a champ. It's also running on EMUI skin, which is really nice and smooth, so whether it's multitasking or gaming on max settings, this phone doesn't break any sweat, like literally, because you won't experience any overheating over here. Now as for battery life, foldables usually struggle when it comes to battery, but this has a 5110 milliamps, and if you need a quick top up, there's even a 66 watt wired supercharge and 50 watts of wireless supercharge. So yeah, foldable battery anxiety is not a thing anymore. And speaking of which, stay tuned for my in-depth review where I'll go through my overall battery test on using this phone daily. Now, if you want a written version of everything mentioned in this video, well, we do have one at our website at www.adamlogo.tv, and do check out our daily tech news over there too. Links will be down below. So after spending some time with the Huawei Mate X6, it is clear that this phone isn't just redefining what foldables are, it is killing the stereotypes that we usually have about foldables. Now, as of the recording of this video, the official price in Malaysia has not been unveiled yet, but I will be updating the price at the pinned comment below as soon as I get it, as Huawei is apparently giving free gifts worth up to 8,098 ringgit, which includes a 2,000 ringgit exclusive trade-in rebate. Now, remember, this isn't just about the specs or the features, it is how well it fits into our daily lives, whether or not you're working, gaming, or just snapping those Instagram-worthy shots. And trust me, once you experience this level of innovation, going back to a regular smartphone feels kinda boring.